Just look on the bright side of life.
I'm going to go to the decision maker and convince them that this is a good offer. I'm never going to take no from somebody who doesn't have the ability to say yes. Okay, and then lastly, guys, banks don't want to foreclose on property. Please get that. How many of you ever heard that from a bank employee? We're just foreclosing the property. Anybody? Are we the only ones? Okay, there's some hands there. Yeah, that's like the I'm new at my job. I just want you to go away. We'll just foreclose on the property. They don't want to foreclose on the property, guys. We all know that. We know what the government's doing. We know that FHA short sales actually give the seller money when they close on a short sale. We know that the HAFA program, even though I don't believe it will work, actually gives money to the seller as well when they complete a short sale. So they're not looking to take property back. They're actually looking to close short sales. Please understand that.
I wish you guys could see the numbers. If we ever get the opportunity to teach in your market center, we'll bring this with us and show it to you. But I've received an approval letter from the inside of a bank. Like, they sent me the wrong piece of paper. They sent me their calculations and the approval, and it's astounding how big the difference is. It's astounding. Now, if I already believed it, I had already believed those numbers to be true, but when I actually saw it, like in their own form, I'm like, wow, it's huge. They do not want properties back. I'm sure they love their REO agents, but they don't love them enough to keep losing money.
Okay, guys, we're going to have time for maybe 5 or 7 questions. We're going to have you line up right here in the middle, because if I start picking, that's just not going to be good. So, if you have 2 questions, I'm going to tell you to pick your best one.
There you go.
All right.
I just had Wells Fargo tell me that on a HUD 1 going into the bank, we needed to asterisk the 3% seller contribution we were asking for, asterisk by line item what we wanted them to pay.
Yeah.
Are you starting to see that?
Yeah, Wells has been doing that for quite a while now. So what you want to do is work with your title officer to have them work with the mortgage broker on the buyer side to just take the HUD and basically put an asterisk next to where the closing costs are going. They're trying to ensure that it's not going towards home warranties or going towards a fee that's being paid to the listing agent, things like that. So it's completely normal.
Okay, and do you find them variation on these fees? Because fees may vary a little bit by the time you get
I wouldn't worry about the fees as much as I would. They're just trying to hold the money accountable and make sure that money's actually going to the buyer and not going to some other party.
Okay, thank you.
So, you got it.
Are you using the short sale software? And if you are, or any that you're not using?
Great question. We don't use short sale software per se. We actually purchased SureClose, the online transaction management system. And then we were, because of the version we purchased, we were able to completely customize it to our liking and the way we wanted to have it. So yes and no. We just bought a SureClose system, a transaction management system that was already out there. There are plenty of systems out there. In fact, my buddy Trent over here has a company called Short Sale Genius where they sell it. They have a tracker. I know there's something called Short Sale Commander out there, and there's a few other ones that use. I've never used them. We use a fully customized version of SureClose that we created, and it's got every single step in our process.
What I would tell you you're looking for in transaction management software, something that's going to let you keep your notes online, something that's going to let you share your documents among all parties, something that's going to have a workflow, all of your tasks, okay? Something that's going to let you monitor foreclosure sale dates. So those are the things that we would really look to develop. So we took SureClose and customized it for ourselves by purchasing the broker version that they sell.
I know you guys never take no, and I've got a sore throat, but how are you dictating to the banks that you will not accept less commission?
You just said it. I don't take no for an answer. Here's what I know. Occasionally we will take 5% commission. So I'm not going to stand up here and pretend, but we will average 6, and we've gone a little higher than 6 before.
Understand, guys, let me say this about negotiation. The bank is looking to collect money, and they're looking to collect it from a couple parties. Number one, they love to have your commission, so they're going to come after you as the agent. Number two, they'd love to counteroffer you and ask for higher offers from the buyer. And it's not always, it usually rarely, is because they need more money to make it make sense. They're just looking to collect more. Or they can go at the seller in the form of a promissory note or cash contribution. So those are the 3 collection techniques of a bank. And you just got to understand that they're doing whatever they can to collect more money against you and hold firm on your commissions. Again, they're not a party to the transaction. Yes, they can say yes or no to the short sale, but technically they're not allowed to tell you what commissions you can or can't get paid. So just hold firm. That's my short answer to that. We can talk more on it.
I'm going to ask you the fun first versus second, not agreeing question, which is I'm a don't take no for an answer person and normally can get around it and just figure out solutions between buyers, sellers, agents, anything that we have to do. But are you running into the wonderful green tree 5% of the purchase price? I don't know if green tree's everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Ask Green Tree what allowed to call Green Tree.
Ask Green Tree
right
what they think about Fred Weaver. I have a cease and desist letter from them.
He's not kidding. I used to actually work for them. Here's the deal. Regardless if it's Green Tree or anybody else, I'm going to share a quick story. Fred alluded to us sitting in the GMAC building in 2008 with a negotiator. She literally said to us when we started talking about that exact topic, what about the second lender wanting more money? She said flat out, guys, I'm not negotiating against the other lender, I'm negotiating against you. I want your commission. I'm just looking for money. So keep that in mind. Again, going back to perspective and knowing that the numbers work, you may need to escalate it to get it done and approved. But if the numbers work, the numbers work.
So you're saying we'll go back to the first, which happens to be Bank of America.
I'll actually go to both at the same time.
Start negotiating against both. Tell B of A
Have
the
you ever
Green
gotten
Tree
Green Tree to move? I haven't found anyone that's gotten Green Tree. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fine.
Not every time.
We're going to do these last 4 questions really quick, because I know there's another class after this. Yes?
Bank of America now has about 5 different letters concerning deficiencies going out to the seller.
Yeah.
So, and as far as negotiating that, because they're asking for money from the sellers.
I will tell you that we don't negotiate against Bank of America or any other bank's standard approval letters because of their standard. Yeah, the idea that you're going to get those changed is probably not something I want to go fight, even though I could. Work with your seller and homeowner on the front end of the transaction to set up expectations around what they can expect. If you've worked with that bank before and you know they've got some certain writing, explain that to your seller and make sure they understand that. And do that, if you will, on the consultation part of working with your seller. And again, make sure you're not giving legal advice or tax advice, so send them to an attorney, send them to a tax advisor, but a lot of the problems that you're facing with contributions and all that can be handled up front. Now, I don't know what state you're from, and everybody in here is from a different place, so if they have the right to collect on the homeowner at foreclosure, my personal opinion is it doesn't make sense to fight them to not collect during a short sale, because you're asking the bank to not collect when they could just foreclose and collect. But if they don't have the right to pursue them afterwards at foreclosure, then certainly, yeah, don't entertain the conversations about contributions. Fight that with them. Okay.
How many people do you have on your team? How many negotiators do you have? And how do you compensate the negotiators?
Wow. Okay. There's 12 of us total, including everybody who's involved in sales and admin. So that's a great question. We rarely get asked that. So give her, would you like flip-flops or a t-shirt, by the way? All right. Give her the medium. So
I'm going to start a war out here.
There's
because we don't have time to...
Wow.
Actually, yeah, why not?
Wait, hold on.
I don't really want to throw this in. Who's a large? Who wants to go large?
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah? Okay. I'll let you.
Okay, so we have one more. Whoever wants these, by the way.
We're going to the back. We're going deep. The back.
What about my question?
So there's 12 of us total, including everybody who's involved in sales. So we've got 3 buyers agents, or what we call our sales team. We've got an admin team that starts with our executive assistant, who has a transaction coordinator who reports to her, and has a listing coordinator that reports to her, okay? So they handle everything that's transactional or administrative. The part of your question is on the short sale negotiation side. We have 3
negotiators.
1 full-time, 2 part-time, and 1 what we're going to call a short sale assistant.
We have like a setup person that does all the HUDs, bars, authorizations, make sure the packages are complete, monitors foreclosure sale dates, and then 3 negotiators. 2 of them are part-time college students that work about 25 or 30 hours a week, and 1 of them is a full-time guy that actually works from home. The guy that works from home, we pay commission-based because he was our first employee. The rest of them are all hourly employees. So there's a lot of different models. I will tell you also that Nolly addresses that a little bit in his book if you want to check that out, or come talk to us later and I can talk to you more specifically. But whatever it is, you just got to make sure it makes sense for you. But we've actually found that the part-time college-age kid is a pretty good idea because they don't have the preconceived notions around what they can and can't do. Now, I have ugly faces looking at me in the room because some of your states require the person negotiating the file to be licensed and some don't. So you want to make sure you go and check all those, if you will, before you just act on that.
Always look on the bright